The Attack on Titan game was pretty good, wasn't it? Maybe the lightning will strike twice with Sword Art, you know, that anime that was only good for 5 episodes, then it got really weird. They adopted an AI, then incest got involved. Just like Attack on Titan, Sword Art would make a good video game idea. A shame that still hasn't been done though, innit? Hollow Realization doesn't have the scale, decent plot or variety to make it feel like a decent game. You can see the Vita is holding this back, and I hate to say that, but it's true. I like that the plot isn't an end of world, everyone is going to die kind of thing like most games. It's Kirito and crew just playing the game, having fun. Some danger does come up, there's an AI that's a blank slate, but it can be permanently killed by other players, so Kirito and co try to figure out what's up with it. So it's the fucking god-awful Yui story from the anime again. Great. You create a character in a pretty bare-bones creator, who is Kirito for all intents and purposes. You're still with Asuna, Yui still calls you daddy, etc., but with a different name and appearance. The cutscenes are still characters with basic mouth movement, and the dialogue is so redundant. What could be said in a 2-minute scene is dragged on and on for ages, and there's no English voices, so you're reading all the time. This is where I noticed an alarming amount of grammar and spelling mistakes, and I'm by no means a grammar Nazi. Most of the cast is female, which you might think is a nice change, but every single one of them is just there to awkwardly flirt with Kirito in one of the century-long cutscenes, with dialogue that makes you want to reach for the vomit bucket. They all show a decent amount of flesh because they needed to keep the 14-year-olds engaged. The plot takes you across all of the game's areas, the world looks nice enough and there's a nice variety to the environments. They are pretty expansive, but that just makes it a pain in the arse to trek across them when you have to keep backtracking for one of the game's 2 types of quests. These are either kill or fetch quests, and the game gives you no direction, just vague information, and with the translation being pretty crap, it's even vaguer. You keep trekking across the different maps, hoping you stumble upon what you need. To make it even better, you can't go from one teleporter to another. You have to teleport back to town, then teleport back to the one you want. It's a game full of good gameplay ideas, however all of them are half-baked and poorly explained. The combat is the most enjoyable, it's pretty unique, you have to cooperate with your party members to be really efficient, giving the orders to dodge and when to attack as well as obeying any orders they give you. But, and this is a big pooey but, the AI isn't up to it. You tell them to dodge when an enemy is charging up a big AoE, then they get out of the way but then immediately go straight back into the area and get twatted. And most of the time they just don't obey you, and when they give you an order, a lot of the time the game doesn't recognise you've done what they have asked, so you don't get the buff. Also, when a character does something you like in battle, such as taking the aggro, you're meant to congratulate them so that they do it more in the future. So it's like the AI tuners in most RPGs just done really fucking shitely. Why should I congratulate a healer for healing a tank when their health is low? The AI should do that anyway. This also ties in with the weird personality system where talking to your party members in the town and going on dates with them improves their personality traits, which correspond to their different abilities. If that sounds confusing, it's because it bloody is. I didn't get it at all. The last straw came when a cutscene popped up with me getting a message from Argo, who was in my party. My character then says, "Oh, looks like she wants to talk to me back in town. She's standing right fucking next to me." So cue me trekking right back across to get to a teleporter to go back to town to have a conversation that could have taken place right there. What the Sword Art games need is a much bigger sense of scale like the anime had. The combat system is almost there, it just needs the AI sorted, and a more engaging plot without all the stupid fawning women. And you know what, for your relationship/dating system, just rip off the Persona games. If you want to play something that does the simulated MMO thing well, play the .hack games on the PS2, though they're really expensive, so commit a dirty crime and emulate them.